Ladies and gentlemen, now today I wanted to try something that I have been meaning to do for a while, and that is a Realm of Legends speedrun with Dr. Doom. And initially I was a little bit hesitant to do this because I thought, the special threes are just going to butcher the time. So I was going for about 24 minutes, and I'm actually a much faster time than expected. So for this run as well, because I really wanted to spice it up a fair bit, I do have a 30% attack and health boost active, a 15% attack boost active, and also a 200% mystic power booster active. So we've pretty much gone like maximum Dr. Doom, but I really wanted to pump this man up today just to see, what we could do with this champion and what he's going to be like in the future when we're using him for really big content fully boosted. So the ideal plan in pretty much every single fight is to get 2 special 3s, get the double fury, and then fire off like a really big special 2, or maybe 2 special 2s depending on the scenario. But as you can see here, man, Dr. Doom hits like a friggin' truck, mate. We've already got this Winter Soldier down 45% here. The special 3 nukes him to 48%. Coming out of the special 3, we can just hammer into the opponent with a medium light medium combo, followed by a lot of light attacks to steal the power back. We fire off that massive special 2 there, and every incinerate is dealing about 2,300 damage per tick. So from every incinerate, every single second, that's about 4,600 damage there. Assassin's Range special 2, and that man is absolutely smoked in 77 hits. So it's just over a minute and a half on Winter Soldier there, and Winter Soldier really isn't like an ideal matchup for Dr. Doom, because in order to really take advantage of Dr. Doom, you ideally want to have a scenario where the opponent has buffs that you can use to fuel Mystic Dispersion and thus fuel your power gain, and that just allows you to ramp up Dr. Doom much quicker. But I was really impressed, man. I don't think I've taken Doom to like this level of boost before, so it's just crazy playing around with this champion, because not only does he have like such valuable utility, and you don't realize like how good Dr. Doom's utility is until you play around with this champion a fair bit, because I feel like Doom is one of those champions that might not seem like as impressive on paper. Like reading through the early abilities, I was like, oh, is this champion really going to be that viable when it comes to big power control matchups? But the fact that he can siphon power via his special 1, and also most of the time through his light attacks as well, while also granting no power to the opponent, and his special attacks having them so frequently as well, and also his special attacks not giving any power, it really allows you to shut most opponents and matchups down. So Doom, outside of scenarios like this where we're just doing a speed run, he is just, in my opinion, one of the top power control champions in the game, arguably the best for scenarios where there's like really crazy amounts of power gain. But again, it kind of depends on the matchup and what else is at play, but if there's lots of power gain and lots of buffs, like Dr. Doom is just absolutely mad. Here we get a Mega Incinerate, so every Incinerate is dealing 2.5k every half a second, so every Incinerate is like 5k damage per second, straight into another special 2 there, and that is miles of overkill on Captain Marvel Classic. And while we did have the class advantage in that matchup, one thing we didn't have was, again, buffs to take advantage of. So, the damage can be even crazier. Now, moving into the Juggernaut matchup, we have, a few buffs to take advantage of here. We got the Fury and also the Unstoppable, but also the Unstoppable, if timed at the wrong time, can be a little bit annoying, but I think we played fairly aggressively here. You can see we got an instant nullify on the first one there. We got 2 staggers on this man. We stagger away the second one as well. Got another stagger from the heavy attack there. We go in just for another heavy to stagger him just before firing off that special 3. But again, if you didn't already know, every heavy attack on Doom applies a stagger effect, and coming out of that special 3, what it's going to do is if he decides to retaliate with a special attack after like our wombo combo, then it's going to shut down the Unstoppable immediately, because it does have quite a good duration there. So we've got a little bit of safety. We use the special 1, still a little bit of power back there, and now we're just trying to play as aggressively as we possibly can to try and build to that special 3 in time. So yeah, we got a couple more hits there, straight into another special 3. So we've got the Fury from the first special 3, and this is giving us a second Fury, which stacks up, and that's the maximum limit. So the goal after this, again, is to throw the combo, get to the special 2, and deal massive damage. But we also do have the Silver Surfer synergy, so you'll randomly see me getting stuff like armor up and power gain and all of that stuff, just as a bit of a heads up there as well. But that was an awesome special 2, man. We're absolutely nuking Juggernaut down here. We go in for an additional combo after the heavy attack. We fire off a heavy attack of our own straight into a special 2 there. there, because while we have the aura, all of our special attacks are unblockable. Straight into another combo. I could have fired off another special 2 there, so that would have been 3 special 2s in that final burst phase, but it was just too much overkill, man, so we just finished him off with a combo there. But a really nice little takedown of Juggernaut. It's just like the more buffs you have, just the more enjoyable Dr. Doom is to play. And Rhino, this matchup, we do have the class disadvantage, so our damage is really like toned back here a fair bit, but also here there are some fury buffs that we can stagger and also turn into additional power gain, so there's a little bit more of an advantage in this one. Helps us to get to the special 3 like a combo earlier in comparison. Here we take one very cheeky little blocked hit there with Dr. Doom straight into a special 3, and then we can start nuking this man down. So Rhino, again, is a little bit more tanky than most of your opponents in Realm of Legends, and he's a character that, you know, really adds a few more seconds onto a lot of these Realm of Legends speedruns, but we come out of it with a medium, light, medium combo. See there, almost a 14k medium, man. Very, very nice. I think I got a little bit confused with my Furies there, because we procced one from the Silver Surfer synergy, so I just went straight into a special 2. So that maybe, you know, wasn't the most optimal play, but here I think I just decided to keep fueling up and get to another special 3. So we still got like a special 2 and managed to build it back up to a special 3. So it just really gives you an idea, especially with a Mystic Power Booster and a matchup where you've got a few buffs knocking about, like how crazy the power gain potential is for Dr. Doom. Unfortunately for this last stint, we did proc an armor buff, so that's, you know, not terribly useful in a matchup like this. We nicked the power of the special 1 straight into a special 2, so we've got our double massive fury there. Nice little 21k crit. We got the incinerates, bring this man down now into assassin's range, and we're just hitting like a friggin' truck with a 30,000 heavy attack to end that matchup. That was a big heavy, man, a really, really big heavy, especially considering we had the class disadvantage as well. So those Doom slaps, man, are just crazy, crazy good. We also do have the Diablo synergy in the team for a little bit more attack, and also every heavy attack when the opponent is already staggered is a guaranteed crit as well. So I just love that synergy, man. It's just so satisfying to fire off heavies most of the time, get the guaranteed crit. But you can see, like, heavy damage wise, even before our Furies at the moment, our heavy attacks are hitting very, very hard. Like, each one of them is almost 13,000 damage there, so it's just immense, man. Those Doom slaps honestly are just so enjoyable to fire off, and especially when you get the opponent in the corner, you can sometimes get them off in like multiple succession. And there are certain very cheesy matchups where the opponent's like not using special attacks, where you can just spam them, man. It is just so much fun. I think if you watch the Dr. Doom Act 6 gameplay video we did, I think a few weeks back, you'll be able to see, you know, a little bit of that cheesiness knocking about there. But here, I think we're trying to get to a special 3, one very quick hit there, just literally half a second before the Fury and Aura was about to expire. So yeah, that timed out very, very well. But firing off the special 3 now, that brings us to the 2 Fury thing. And just as a heads up, if you didn't already know this, in December they changed the timing with the special 3 so that you kind of recover faster coming out of it. So it allows you to get like an additional combo hit in the stun after the special 3, which is really nice, which means if you're fast enough, you can always go for that medium, light, medium, and then into whatever combo you want. And in the majority of scenarios, the best one to go for, if you're going to steal power back, is triple light and then double medium special 1 to siphon the power back. But in some scenarios, if you just want to get to the special 2 and prevent your opponent from getting a special 3, sometimes it's medium, light, medium, and then just quadruple light. But you know, there's a lot of different stuff you can do with the combo right after that initial medium, light, medium, depending on the matchup, what you're trying to achieve. So that's one of the things I love about Dr. Doom, man. There is a lot of depth and a lot of mastery to playing this champion if you really do want the big damage out of him. So, you know, the more you practice and get used to this character, like, the easier he becomes to play in all sorts of like crazy stressful matchups where other champions would just crumble at some sort of insane power gain. He can just tear through it and just manage that power very, very efficiently. So Dr. Doom, I've kind of said this already, but like next month he's getting that Beyond God tier promotion, man. I think he really, really does deserve it. He's a champion that I initially like maxed out as a 4-star. I didn't have the 5-star for a couple of weeks, but the 4-star just really, really surprised me. I remember just butchering a load of stuff in Act 5, and I was like, damn, man, I need a little bit of a bigger challenge. So I went into Variant 1 and we did like a massive gameplay video of 4-star Dr. Doom versus like like all of these crazy power gain fights in Variant 1, and that's when it really started to click for me that he was, you know, something a little bit more special than initially perceived. But I'm probably like the biggest Doctor Doom fanboy out there right now, man. He's just like so enjoyable to play, and I still haven't got bored of playing this champion. I have got a little bit bored of watching the Special 3, but as soon as the Special 3 is over, it's just quite exciting because, you know, like it's go time, man. You've immediately got the opponent stunned, you can layer in that combo, and then start like chaining on and firing off all sorts of crazy special attacks as well. So we messed up a little bit in this matchup against Vision. We lost the first Fury, so it wasn't quite as quick as I wanted it to be, but even with a mess up, man, that was still 91 hits there, so a really decent performance from Dr. Doom. Also, just to show the synergies, we got Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Diablo, and also Mr. Fantastic here. And also, all of these champions are killed off just before I start the clock on the speed run, just because for every character that's dead on your team, Dr. Doom gets 10% more attack. So, you know, it's a really solid benefit. Like, he's the champion to ideally bring last if you are going to bring him in a questing team, but like, even without, you know, everybody dead, he's still got some absolutely immense damage. Just for the speed run today, man, I wanted to go like maximum Dr. Doom, and I don't think Dr. Doom is overall like the best damage output champion or the quickest character in this game in comparison to some of the speed runs that other champions can do. You know, we've had Captain Marvel and Nick Fury just absolutely annihilate Realm of Legends stuff, I think in about 16 minutes each. And I think we had Suicide Masteries on for Captain Marvel. We didn't have Suicide Masteries or Boost on for Nick Fury, but Nick Fury is just, you know, a crazy, crazy level of overpowered. But I love him, man. I absolutely love him. However, today's run has got me very, very tempted to try my hand at my own Aegon Realm of Legends speedrun, because I think we might be able to beat some of the top times using some of the strategy that we've learned over the last few days. So I'm kind of gunning, if we were to go for an Aegon 1, I probably want to do it fully boosted, and also see if we could beat a time of 15 minutes ideally. I think it would be possible, but also I need a little bit more practice before we go for that Aegon run, man. And also here against Black Panther, I couldn't quite get to a special 3, like a double 1, so we fired off like a lot more special 2s this fight. But even just sticking with the special 2, man, the damage output is just so immense on Dr. Doom. Those special 2s, the incinerate ticks like really, really add up on top of the additional beam damage as well to just absolutely melt your opponent. Jumping back into the speed run, now we've got Scarlet Witch, and 3 more bosses remain after her: Wolverine, Black Bolt, and also Hulk. So Scarlet Witch is kind of a pain point for any Realm of Legends speed run, just because there's so much stuff that could happen on this fight that's really annoying, such as the power drain, for example. You can see there we lost all of our power, but I chained on like a few heavies, so that, you know, made me feel a little bit better. But still, having that power drain right before a special 3 has already been like a massive penalty to our damage output on this fight. And we also have a weakness debuff as well, but I think that's slightly mitigated. We've procced 2 Furies off Scarlet Witch, but really this is just like a roulette wheel of a fight, man. There's so much stuff that could go on. Very luckily, we managed to get a special 3 off against this last, though. So she's stunned after this, medium, light, medium. You can see we're getting about 10k mediums there, which is very, very nice. Here, I decide, you know, I don't want to get power drained again. We got a Fury. Let's just hammer in a special 2 and see what we can do. Then we go in for a standard combo, just pinching as much power as we can by spamming those light attacks there. Straight into a combo, followed up by a special 2, and the special 2 is just absolutely melting away at her. Got her down to 35% hit points already. Straight into another heavy attack there, right off the combo. Gonna dodge the special 2 there. And I think at this point, man, she's so low that I don't really want to use another special 3. There's not too much point to it. So another couple of special 2s is the goal of this matchup. Get this last down and finish off this fight. One really cool interaction I noticed is whenever we proc power gain on her, we also get the power gain as well due to Dr. Doom's awakened ability. So that was really nice. So quickly fueling up our power as well, and, you know, somewhat making up for the power drain that she has when fighting her. So yeah, that was pretty nice. Now, next up, this is the fight that I was maybe a little bit worried about. I'm a little bit hesitant toward the start of this encounter, and we start firing off those heavy attacks, and then I kind of realized, man, if I really want to win this fight, I need to get 2 special 3s, just play very, very aggressively, and then just try and burst this man down with a couple of mega special 2s. But also we can use his regeneration to our favor to fuel up and get get more special 2s after we get the 2 Furies. And also in this fight as well against Wolverine, man, I feel like he had some really good RNG proc in his regeneration. Like, his regeneration is almost always active, most of the time with multiple stacks toward the end of this one. Here, it's not going too badly. I go for an initial special 2 there. I'm not exactly sure why I went for one. Maybe just to try and, like, balance out the regeneration a little bit. Then we just nick out the power straight into a heavy attack, straight into another special 3. And this is where I started to get a little bit concerned after the special 3, man, because he just starts proccing regeneration like crazy. But after this, we got a double fury, so we got the massive damage. But his regeneration initially procs, it procs twice, we nullify it, it procs again, we go for a special 2, he's regenerating up a fair bit, man. We go straight into another special 2, just due to the fact that we've nullified that. He's got 3 stacks of regeneration now, so we are literally just burning this man down as hard as we can, and he eventually drops. But it was really satisfying there, because we got like 3 special 2s pretty much back to back, and we got him down eventually, man. So that was a nice little kill against Wolverine, despite the fact that he did regenerate a fair bit, especially toward the end. Then next up, we got a great matchup. We got Black Bolt. He's got tons of buffs that we can nullify, especially after the special 3 as well. So he's just fantastic Doctor Doom fuel. I think I went for a few too many heavy attacks toward the start. Like, I did a short on combo for some reason, maybe to try and fuel my power up a little bit quicker there. But yeah, we bait out special 2 here and then go straight into a special 3. Nail that 20% perfect damage bonus against Black Bolt, which is really nice. And I guess that's, you know, one of the small upsides of playing a champion that has special 3 so much, is you get really good at that mini game, man. So that is always a tremendously fun time. But coming out of this one, man, straight into a light attack combo there. I go for a special 2 here. I probably should have saved up to special 3. So I'm not too sure why I was so keen on that one. But another combo straight into a heavy attack. Then we got special 2, so we just fire it off, man. We're unblockable, so we don't need to worry about that. We've burned him down to 22% now, so he's almost in assassin's range. Finish that combo with a heavy, straight into another heavy attack because he's in the corner. I go for a special 2 there. Wasn't the best idea. I should have got an opening, then special 2, man. So that was a little bit of a mistake because he did block that one. And then we get another heavy attack, and dodge that, and then straight into another combo, and that man is down. So overall, that's a pretty quick fight against Black Bolt. I think just because of all the buffs and also the class advantage, we didn't really need that second special 3 there. But who knows, man? It might have been slightly quicker. But in all fairness, with the buffs, I think it was probably about the same time overall. It didn't feel like it really dragged for a lot. But anyway, going into the final matchup, we've got another 500,000 Hulk here as the final boss. And again, unfortunately, this is a matchup where we do have the class advantage, but when fighting Hulk, he does quite regularly proc the Fury, so that is additional Mystic Dispersion fuel there. At this point, we all get to see that wonderful Doctor Doom special 3 animation for the 20th time this video, as he absolutely ruins Hulk, who is chained to the Doom Tower there, but that man's loving it. And then we go in for a medium, light, medium combo, straight into light, 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 and then double medium, special 1 to siphon the power back, and we're up to a special 2. I think at this point, I'm like, you know, we got the class disadvantage, man. We need to go for the big damage. Let's get a second Fury off there. So a couple more hits, a heavy attack, straight into a special 3 there. So yeah, we're at 69% now. Oi, lads, battering this man down. And we've just hit 18 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of the speed run. So if you factored out all the loading screens and transitions, kind of we're well on track for a 19-minute speed run. We're also making very good time for a 20-second speed run, all things included as well. So a bit more power stealing, straight up to the special 2 there. Unfortunately, we got no crits off that special 2, but the Incinerate is still doing a lot of work, man, rinsing this lad down, which is very nice to see. Here we go for a heavy attack here. I was hoping I could get, you know, another cheeky heavy attack there, but unfortunately the timing just wasn't there. Heavy attack, straight into another heavy attack. Look at those 15k heavy attacks, man. Just such a nice time. And then another special 2 is going to bring this man down. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's Realm of Legends speedrun with Doctor Doom, approximately 19 minutes and 30 seconds, please do smash that like button. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.